morning, fourth grade. Today we will be preparing for our fossil test that is tomorrow, Tuesday, during homeroom. This is a fossil practice test. If you follow along with this test, you should be very well prepared for our test Tuesday morning. Let's start with the first practice question. First, pick the two scientists that study fossils. Is it A, a geologist, B, a paleontologist, B, a biologist, C, a paleontologist, or D, an astronomer? You said A, a geologist, and C, paleontologist. That is correct. Those two scientists work together to discover and learn more about fossils. Geologists take a look at different types of rocks, and paleontologists use the fossils to learn more about the Earth's history. Next question says, superposition tells us that each rock layer is older than the one above it. So we notice that this rock has 9 different layers. We can see that superposition tells us that the layers of rocks that are on the bottom, those are older, and that as the higher they go, the newer layers are made. With that information, which layer of rock is the oldest? Is it the Tapeat sandstone, or is it the Kaibab formation? If you said Tapeat sandstone, that is correct. We know that this layer of rock is the oldest because it is the rock layer that is all the way at the bottom. Let's fill in the blank. A blank is any trace, remains, or imprint of organisms found in Earth's crust. What do you think fits the blank? You said fossil. That is correct. We have learned that fossils are created using animal and plant bones, and they make their imprints on mud, and then over many years they get hardened into rock, which is where geologists find them. A fossil is any trace, remain, or imprint found in the Earth's crust. Now, true or false? If these fossils that are imprints, can they show us the color of an animal's fur? True or false? If you said false, that is correct. While fossils can tell us a lot about our Earth's past, it only shows us the outline and the shape of the imprint. It does not include many details like the color of the fur or the color of a plant. It just has the shape of the organism. Let's look at our next question. We have 6 different fossils that were found. Which of these fossils provide evidence that an area was covered by water? You can pick 3. Which fossils provide evidence that this area was once covered by water? Is it the starfish, the leaf fern, the skeleton of a dinosaur, the outline of a fish, the lobster, or this dragonfly? Pick the letter on Edpuzzle that matches the picture. If you said A, the starfish, D, the outline of the fish, and E, the outline of the lobster, that is correct. These are all animals that we see in the ocean and gives us clues that this area was once covered by water. Let's look at the different types of fossils I have here. This is a fossil of a shell that was found. What type of fossil is it? Is it petrification, or is it a mold? If you said mold, that is correct. I know that it is a mold because when a mold fossil is created, the organism that makes its imprint usually leaves and creates an empty space. And then that empty space hardens into the shape of the organism. Now let's look at another example. I noticed that it is what seems like a spider that was trapped by that was trapped in the same exact movement and hardened and turned into a fossil. Is that a mold or is it a preserved remain? You said preserved remains. That is correct. Preserved remains are when an organism is trapped with its whole body. It has not died, but either with sandstorm, ice, or tree sap, traps the organism and it hardens into a rock fossil. Now, I have one here that looks very similar to that mold. What type of fossil is it? Is it petrification or is it a cast? If you said cast, that is correct. This is a cast because a cast is the fossil that is created when the new layer of rock fills in the space created by the mold. A cast usually is 3D and you can feel it on the rock. Last type of fossil shows like it is a tree. Is this petrification or preserved remains? You said petrification. That is correct. Petrification is what happens when a wooden object gets hardened and with water minerals turns into stone. We have now finished our practice test for our Unit 2 fossils. If you would like more additional practice, you can rewatch this video and practice the questions again. You can also visit www.odulu.org and complete the practice game. The login information is available on your Science Google Classroom. Good luck!